Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2678 of What's She Up To Now. It's the place where I document my journey, primarily from the offline brick and mortar world as I transition to the online internet marketing, internet business world. In 2017, I first jumped into and started to look at the internet following my divorce and all the craziness that was, having to sell off all the businesses that some I had with my ex-husband, some I didn't, but it was such a convoluted mess. We needed to divest ourselves of all the assets and figure that out with the lawyers. Anyway, long story, not necessarily a good one, but not a bad one. Good in that it let me move on and get rid of some very heavy excess baggage. So today we're talking about the IDEANCE process. We create a process, I think for about the last 4 years now, every year at the beginning of the year in the month of January, we think about the overarching goal and objective for this year's annual challenge. And we pick a process that will help us get the results we want in each of the different areas of the life framework that I use and I teach and I share with people. I use a 9-part life framework since 2021 following the pandemic. I added communication and confidence because I think that they're core skills and core values and core things that we need to work on a continuous basis so we can continually improve to always be becoming a better version of ourselves. So this year's process is the IDEANCE process. And we're on step 5 today, which is next. And on this step, we reflect and we ask ourselves, well, how's it going? We ask ourselves, have we had a win? Did the action that we've taken, is that good? Did it work? Do we know yet? How will we know? How are we going to measure it? And then we ask ourselves and we keep track of, and I say document the journey so that we keep the lessons that we learn along the way. So when we approach a challenge or a goal that's similar in another time period, we don't have to reinvent the wheel and go through all the steps, all the trial and error, all the tweaks and adjustments along the way. We can just go back and look at our notes and we can say, okay, well, I tried these 5 things before what I was trying to do worked. Maybe if I just start with number 5 this time, it'll shortcut the process. Maybe it won't work. Every situation's different, right? So the only way to find out is by testing and tweaking and documenting what's happened. So I keep track of along the journey in my handy dandy annual challenge notebook. What are the wins that I'm having along the way? What is working as I'm achieving the goal or overcoming the challenge financially that I've set for myself to achieve by the end of this year? What adjustments have I made along the way? What are ongoing challenges? What is still in the way that's blocking me from really closing the gap between where I am right now and what I want? So talked about that. We'll document that. Like I said, I think documentation and writing things down is critical. And then having a way to retrieve and find the stuff that you wrote down. That's very important as well. I'm not so good at that, but I'm recommending that you be good at it. I should just have a bookshelf where I put all my journals, right? And all my things, but it would take more than one book. It would take a whole bookcase, I think. Anyway, that is what we're talking about today. If I can help you in any way with anything, I know that's a very open-ended offer, so I should be careful putting it out there, but usually I can find a way to help in just a few minutes. And it's not necessarily me that you need, right? It's probably someone else. So I can just refer you to them. All right, that's it. Have an amazing day. Thursday in my neck of the woods. I'm hoping the sun will shine today. We've had a couple days of rain. Again, it's kind of like 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off, which I suppose is great for the spring flowers. It's spring here in Wisconsin, but it's kind of bad for the achy old joints. All right, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.